All right, hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. It is Saturday. We are back, hopefully for another evening of fun here on the stream. Hopefully get some progress on the legs for this Blade Lager. I'm really looking forward to being able to just put that on the shelf and be on to the next project. But either way, we'll make some progress today, hopefully. Thank you all for stopping by. As usual, I'm going to jump in the chat and say hello to everyone. Before I do, though, a couple quick things. Number one, please like the stream if you enjoy the stream. If you actually do like it, it does help show the stream to more people, and I greatly appreciate that. And also, don't forget, we do have that live 10 code active over at mechawarehouse.com tonight during the stream. So if you're thinking of picking something up, take advantage of that code, save 10%, and we'll know that you saw the stream tonight. So with all that said, I'm going to jump into the chat, say hello to everyone, and then we'll hopefully get started on continuing this Zoid. What's up, Weeks K? What's going on? Aspen, Yahala finished 86, part 2 yesterday, and it was better than pretty much any Gundam I've seen. Interesting. Where is 86 at? I feel like I should try to watch that sometime. So, Julius, how do I join the Discord server? So, Julius, you can join the Discord server if you've made a purchase. We send out email automatically. I think assuming you checked the marketing emails box or whatever when you made your purchase. If for some reason you made a purchase and did not receive said invite link, feel free to email support@mechawarehouse.com and we'll make sure to get that out to you. What's up, A Random Hero, Lewis Wong, Dylan Dull, Bone Daddy, what's going on, Bug Eye, Rick Henriquez, what's going on, Hey Gumpla Viking, hey buddy, hi Nick, hope you and the team have a great Easter. Maybe the Easter Bunny will bring a bigger warehouse. I'll settle on a chocolate bunny. But I don't know if I'm going to get one. If not, I guess I'll have to head to the supermarket on Monday for discount Easter candy deals or something. What's up, Chad C? Zeta Prime, Crimson Thunder, Kyle Dixon, what's going on? Andrea C, Sig Xeon, K Hopkins, RDDN, what's up? What's going on, Buster, Urfig, Heathcliff, Brian Demore, Gojira, Mark D. And does Nick finish the lager tonight? I don't know. If that's 4 legs, and I have to make 4 hands, and each hand has, what, 4 toes? Like, I don't know. I think that's going to be a lot. Thanks for the sub, R. Kreflan. Jeff Clyde, hey Nick, thanks for the kit I won last week. I'm giving it to a friend who's just getting into Gundam. Awesome. E6 is on Crunchyroll for sure. Is Crunchyroll something you guys subscribe for? I don't use Crunchyroll currently. So Kilo Delta, David Chuang, hey Nick, what are we building today? Same thing we build every night, David. Blade Lager AB. Hopefully not for much longer. Whoops. What's up, Viper 6? Chris Moschio? If I got that right. It's a Bruce Brown. I think I'm caught up. So, speaking of toes, I want to move on to the next one here. What's up, Nate? What's everybody up to? Everyone out there building as well, or doing something else tonight? Claws are cool but tedious. Yeah, it's a lot of very similar parts. Got Funimation subscription. Interesting. I don't pay for any sort of online streaming subscriptions other than, I guess, Prime, because we use Amazon Prime for shipping and stuff, so we already have it. Decals tonight, nice. David Chong, happy Easter, thank you. Happy Easter to you as well. Yeah, building a cocktail. Getting ready to build HGGM Striker, nice. Just started the HE Kshatri, very excited. Awesome. Should be a fun one. Applying water decals to my MG Tall Geese, nice. Did a little bit of work on my Dom R35 HG earlier today. A little bit of spraying, trying to get that. I'm thinking, man, I should have cut out my sponges before the stream started. What was I thinking? Working on 86 Juggernaut, nice. Yeah, I'm really excited about this Dom. I started painting it last week. I think I did the first paint coat after the stream last time, so I think I worked on it Sunday was when I actually put paint down on it. I'm loving the colors so far, and I feel like it's solid. I'm excited to get it all together. On the background, build my MG wing for a call. Hope everyone is having a great weekend. Nice, Taylor. Which version? I wonder how many people tonight are not here because of Easter and all sorts of Easter plans. Seemed like we ended up grabbing pizza tonight just to save time. Seemed like for Saturday night the place was empty when I went to pick it up. Seems like people have things going on. Your thoughts on the RG Xiong? I haven't built it. I'm not really a super huge fan of the Xiong design, so I don't think I will end up building it. I've heard good things about the kit, but that's about all my thoughts on it. Hey Ori, what's up? Hey Nate, well, exciting build happening tonight. Thanks Nate. Building Blazing Battle Log tonight. Nice, Kyle. Wow, totally forgot about Easter. Wings are EW, love this big wing's nice. To get my hands on my D&D MG Virtue, nice Ori. Anyone have any good Easter plans? If you celebrate Easter, that is. Dress up Pikachu as the Easter Bunny. Nice. Took the kids to the huge Easter egg hunt at the beach today. It's pretty cool. They got a ton of eggs. That's cool. Those huge events, they probably just throw the eggs down the ground, right? They're not like hidden like they would be in a traditional home-based Easter egg hunt, I'm assuming. I don't know if I've ever been to one of those big like public events. Okay, two down, 2 to go for this hand. Okay, 5 and 6. Finishing up the RGL strike. It's my first seed kit. Nice Geo. Brunch with my mom after church. Nice Dylan. Gonna do Easter egg hunt tomorrow. Cool Nate. Just on the ground, very easy for young children. Definitely Artie. If we can do Easter egg hunt with Gunpla prize inside, that'd be pretty cool. Hide some Easter eggs around the warehouse with, I don't know. I think the artifacts are too big. Maybe those little build model things or something. Need to make some little Gundam chocolate candies or something. Just call my dad or something. I haven't heard his voice in 6 months. I don't know how to respond to that. Excited to not cook dinner tomorrow. My dad is smoking a ham, so free night for me. Nice, Andrea. We go to my parents' house Kids will get a second round of hunting for Easter eggs there. And we don't have to cook, which is good. Nippers do you prefer? Just got in the hobby using an old pair that came with the kit. Would love to know what folks prefer. It's a great question. I personally use the God Hand Ultimate Nippers, the SPN 120s. I got them a ways back and they've been good to me so far. A lot of people like Dismay 3.0s, and I'm sure people in the comments will have some other recommendations too. Good evening, Nick. What's up, Gam? Getting together family, eating a lot of ham for Easter. Sent my son, who is stationed away, a Mecha Warehouse box filled with candy and Oreos for Easter since he can't be home. Well, that's nice. At least he gets a nice care package. Hide parts and eggs and have them assemble. Something bad. I'm just a hermit. Gotcha. Can never tell when someone says something like that if it's just a, oh yeah, that'd be nice, or if it's a, I don't know, movie plot or something. Got an SPN 120s plus a cheap nipper. Display nippers are solid. Cheap flags. Carry with, I can't even pronounce those words. Oh, that must be some sort of cocktail or something. That's probably why I can't pronounce the words. Or don't recognize the words. So let's play a splash paint interview. I'll have to try this stuff soon. I make some good paints. I haven't tried any of them myself, but I've heard good things. I would try them if I wasn't worried about spraying lacquers in the house. Splash paints lacquer, they're pre-thinned lacquers, so they're ready to spray right out of the bottle. You just pour it into the brush and go. It's supposed to be really durable, really nice colors. They've got, I think, one of the better gloss coats in the industry, from what I've heard. I haven't used it myself, but they started doing like purely car stuff, so any of that like really high gloss car type finish stuff they're really good at. And then of course they got the whole line of Mecha colors for both Gundam and Eva type colors. I think anyone were buying Star Blazers. People buy them. That looks fun. Yeah, they got some cool colors in that line. Even if you're not trying to paint an Eva kit, they seem like they'd be cool colors to use. Crap, got here late. Welcome, Matthew. Interested to see how it stacks up to Gaia. I haven't used Gaia either. Stick with acrylic because I have a cat in the house. I do shut him out of the room when I paint, but still take precautions. Lacquers are pretty, though, from what I've seen. Yeah, in a perfect world, I think I would use lacquers because they're so durable. From the sounds of it, I mean, I've seen people take their kits painted in lacquers and throw pieces around on the table like it's nothing. And I feel like if I look at, one of my builds wrong, it's painted in acrylics, it scratches. And oh, it's the bedding pull up for when the Zoid's finished. I don't know where we're at right now on it. The rate we're going, I might have all the feet done by the end of the stream today. Use acrylic cheaper, but I want to try some others. Yeah, I've been using exclusively Vallejo Mecha so far. I like the paints, I like the colors. They're supposed to be durable for acrylics, I don't have much experience with other acrylic paints to compare, but I feel like I've gotten a good finish on a lot of the builds I've done and painted. The lacquer is more harsh than nail paints. It depends. What do you mean by harsh? I'm not, like, if you're talking about like in terms of breathing it or what it does to the user, I'm not totally sure what the differences there are. I know some enamels I think can eat plastic. Missed out on the amount for stop plays. Did you know when you might order it again? I'm not sure when we'll be able to, is the real question. We'll order it whenever we can. We got less of that than some of the other ones, which I think was because there were less available. We're, if we find some more though, we'll try to grab some more. Sleeve lacquers have a stronger solvent than enamels, but I could be wrong. It could be true. I don't know enough myself. Should also mention we are giving away a couple kits tonight and some splash paints. I've got the 30-minute missions submachine, I think is what it's called, up for grabs, as well as I think one of the entry grade strikes. I really want to build the one of those submachines, the 30-minute missions kit. We just got a restock of those this week. Okay, E, 2, 4, 5, and 8. What does runner E look like? Little mecha boy. The ones in the runner, yeah, in the bags. I haven't opened that. I really want to build. I got, I think, 4 squirreled away. I grabbed 2 with each of the restocks, and I want to build them into a diorama together, like a squad of these little necks. I think I might start snapping with the warehouse in my free time there, my quote-unquote free time, when I've got a little bit of time here and there. Film some of it for a nipper review to compare all the nippers. Use it as an excuse to do some building at the warehouse. Between them and parts of the dogs, there's some great ideas. There's definitely a ton of cool options there. I like how those new ones look a lot. So 2, 4, 5, and 8. So I finished up the snap build of the HG Messer, and it's slightly shorter than an MG EW wing kit. Very fun build. Yeah, those things it's pretty massive. Looking forward to our next restock of those because I wanted to grab one. I opted to wait till next time because we didn't get as many in recently as I would have liked. But we've got several hundred, I think, coming in the next few months, hopefully. News on the FM148 Kembu. I think one of the full mechanics might be shipping. I don't remember which one it is. Might be shipping soon. Halfway through water slide sheet for the Messer. It's a process, but the build was really nice. It seems like it's a good kit and a really popular one, so. And you can't go wrong with those big chunky HGs. Do you plan to sell an Instagram store as well? Not really. I want to stay off of Instagram and Facebook marketplace kind of selling. I don't think we need to. I don't want to be beholden to these marketplaces and stuff, because they will often charge fees, or they could decide to start charging fees, and I don't want to be stuck on the hook. It's the pre-order, so I hope I can pick it up on restock. Yeah, hopefully. I forget. Some of the ones that were older orders, we didn't get very many at all, partially because we didn't ask for many, because we weren't sure what was going on with that series, because some of the orders were before the kits, or the series was even really going. And but our future orders are definitely going to be much larger for those. We're supposed to get confirmations, our next set of confirmations, this coming week, so we should hopefully know about a lot more incoming stuff soon. I'm excited to see, because we placed an order that was like 4 or 5 times the size of our next largest order we've ever placed. So it'll be interesting to see what we actually get and figure out how to deal with all that. We'll definitely need the bigger warehouse if we get even a similar percentage of what we've gotten from previous orders. Missed the dinners with the kids today due to the weather forecast tomorrow. I hid and threw some around. I think I'm starting on my RG new next week. I'm excited to get my coins. It looks so good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this next coin as well. I've seen the warehouse grow since I started following it in 2020. Yeah, it's been a lot. I feel like the next 6 months is probably going to be some of our biggest growth yet. So you think things have been growing a lot so far, it's going to be nuts. Well, hopefully by the end of the year we'll actually be able to kind of keep up with the demand our customers have a little bit. to not have as many of these restocks that we sell out of things in a few hours and things like that. Wonder if Bandai plans on releasing any new Verkad kits. Those are fun. They tend to release one every year or two, so I suspect they'll be working on another one. Excited for the Mecha Warehouse team. Thanks, Dylan. Exciting stuff, Nick. Congrats. Thanks, K. Hopkins. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be stressful. Got to figure out how to solve new problems and all that kind of stuff. But it'll be worth it. Bandai needs to get their ish together about all these Bandai releases. Rah rah rah. It's been cool seeing you all grow into a larger Gunpla shop. Thanks, dude. You have pictures of your giant collection of built Gunpla and mechs. I have pictures of a lot of the stuff I built, if not all of it, on my personal Instagram page at nick.savory. If you browse through there, most of my stuff's on there, if not all of it, in some form or another. I should probably do a full collection post again at some point. Shield Liger build. No, it's the Blade Liger. How about PG's? Any news when we're getting more in stock? I think PG Unleashed and PG Unicorn are both confirmed orders that are due. We're like early 2022 production, which means they could be showing up anytime between now and the next few months. Excellent trigger members anti-scalping tonight. It's all good. Scalpersaurus Rex. It's funny. Nick, do you have all the Magnac on display? I do not. I have them in a pair of boxes. You can actually see them in the cam up in the top left. There's two boxes behind me that were from the collection, and they're basically, one is the majority of the core, and the other one is all the spare parts. Beam sabers and shoulders and weapons, and I could probably outfit a second core with all the spare gear that came in that set. You prefer using sanding sticks or using sandpaper? Neither, actually. It's sanding sponges are my go-to currently. Although one of these days I want to try like the razors and stuff from Gun Primer, I think. It's just hard to bring myself to change techniques and tools. I want the Banshee PG. My favorite build was the HD Banshee. I want MG of it too. Hopefully those come around again too. It's gonna be interesting because most of the PGs we've received have been like pre us doing serious business, like serious volumes. So trying to figure out how many to get of them and what that looks like logistically will be interesting. Okay, I need PCL. And then we should probably do our first draw here soon. This is a little tedious to put together. Okay, building right now, Nick. This is the Zoids Blade Liger AB from Kotobukiya. This is where I find out I missed out on putting the polycap in here. Good news is I get to do this 3 more times, so I'll be really good at it by the time I'm done. This is both really cool and really annoying, the like partially articulating claws on this hand. Alright, really like the GP razor, you just have to be careful with it since it flattened out anything around the knob. Good evening everyone, what have I missed? Not much here, be dragons. There's so many battle kits out there they're just not selling, or are you guys getting them on a somewhat regular restock basis? We've gotten a lot of shipments of them, I think partially because they produced a ton of them and they're just trying to get rid of them, and they've been consistent, you know, not necessarily super fast, but they're consistent sellers. So I grabbed a bunch just to keep them in stock because the base kits on a lot of them are really nice. So like Gundam Ground Type is an awesome one to have in stock. You can buy either one, paint it up, and it's a solid kit. Okay, so we've got 4 prizes up for grabs: the entry grade strike, the 30-minute missions, mass-produced submachine, MSO 13 and 16 splash paints, which will each come with a Haro Control Blue, courtesy of Splash Paints. And yeah, so we got those 4 prizes. We got a little bit smaller audience tonight, I'm assuming because of the holiday weekend. So let's see. First question of the night: which kit or which mobile suit would be the best mobile suit to paint in Easter colors? So put an answer to that question: best mobile suit in Easter colors, with a number between 1 and 600. 1 to 600. 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to U.S. addresses, and we'll draw a winner in a little bit. 1 to 600. Best mobile suit for Easter colors. What's up, Dino? We're gonna go Custa Crimson right now. Nice, David. Part separator's been handy. Generally, the screwdriver. Part separators are great. Bear Guy would be a good one for that. Okay. pawn number 2. That'd be an interesting one. Cubelet would be a cool one. Excuse me. Wing and all animal transformation Gundams. I picked the same number, Zeta Prime. No worries if you pick the same number. If we draw your number and there's multiple people selecting the same number, we will toss one of the Mecha Warehouse coins as a tiebreaker. So people have been dying for a tiebreaker, so don't worry about repicking. Optimus Prime would work. Definitely. I think that'd be an interesting color scheme for Optimus. Speaking of Optimus and Transformers in general, randomly at Jiu-Jitsu of the day, somebody I train with is like, apparently realized that they make Transformer kits. He's not into model kits like at all. Just randomly started talking to me about it. Kind of cool. I think random question, but a BJJ talk came up against most of the NH people I work with. A guy I know apparently trains at a place called Tokyo Joe's. Are you familiar with it? Yes, I am familiar with Tokyo Joe's. It's like a chain, basically, of Kempo schools here in New Hampshire. One of them, I think, is owned or operated by a guy that is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, I believe. Is your friend or coworker train at Tokyo Joe's? Funny thing, I always feel that when someone has the same number, your chances of getting picked seem higher. But they're making a Lego set of Optimus Prime. So far, no official news, but I think it'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool. All right, looks like the numbers have died down a little bit here. I'm gonna call time in a second. Get ready to draw some numbers. Okay, calling time. If you paint Kshetri in Easter colors, you could paint each wing bunner to look like an Easter egg. That'd be pretty cool. If I had unlimited time and unlimited Kshetris, I'd consider it. Anything interesting? But it's not really. Alright. So, first number for the entry grade strike, 13. Mass-produced submachine, number 35. the MSO 13, 507, and MSO 16, 21. That's a lot of really low numbers in this one. Someone wants to verify if anybody, check if anyone's a winner, let me know and I will confirm. 13, 35, 507, 21. I'm giving away a lot of stuff earlier tonight. Coworker trains at Tokyo Joe's and he's very portly, so I'm wondering how hard he actually trains. Does he train BJJ already? I mean, there's plenty of like super heavyweights in BJJ. It's definitely possible. I've known some guys that are very big in both directions that train jiu-jitsu, and it's definitely doable. They'll often play a called a lower pace kind of game. The winner with low numbers went away high. Shucks, good night all. Felt like 1 to 60, not 1 to 600. We got a 507 though, so. But a lot of them were uncharacteristically low. Alright, so Gojira 13, coincidentally, picked 13 and got 13. Check the other numbers real quick. I don't think that anyone else got one. I'm gonna search for 35 comes with something, but I can't get it to actually lock on to where it is. So if I'm missing some of the 35, let me know and I'll double check. But I think Gojira is the only winner on that round. So congrats, Gojira. Hopefully you know the drill. Send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your info and we'll get that sent out this week. And we'll drop the other ones in a little bit. I used to do the Minecraft Legos for my son. I love them. Other than that, I have my Evolution Legos. Kit-wise, I'm still working on scribing in scales on Rayquaza. That's cool. Anyone, did I miss anything good? Congrats to the winner. Nothing crazy. So far, he trains in quote-unquote MMA, in a specific style. That's why I questioned the training at Tokyo Joe's. Sounds like a dojo to me. That's why I was curious as to your thoughts on it. So I want to be careful not to like explicitly talk down about a specific school. I will say that Tokyo Joe's to me sounds like a restaurant. I don't understand the branding there, but the name definitely, and I definitely have opinions that I would gladly share in private, but I don't want to talk in too much detail about another school online just because I have to worry about brand perception with my own school, and I don't like talking bad about others' competitors in any sort of space. That said, often when someone trains in a MMA program and isn't training like jiu-jitsu or anything else, any of the sub-disciplines specifically as well, it's usually almost like a fitness program or something, which could be the case. I don't know exactly what they're doing over there. I do know that the Tokyo Joe's, I think that I was talking about, that has a BJJ instructor on staff, I think has an MMA team that has some people actually do pretty well in MMA. Some of the local shows and stuff like that. So I know that there is some legitimate stuff going on over there, but it's possibly your coworkers doing a fitness program or something. I think that if you use an egg diet kit and white gunpla parts, it would work. I don't know. Interesting test. I recommend your school. My supervisor wants to get your kid in karate. Don't know if she'll sign up, but I put out there trying to give you business in every way. Thanks, Artie. Got a few for Christmas past year. It's actually a lot of fun. New challenge in the dojos and live stream. What grit sanding sponge do you recommend? I use 400, 600, 1000, and 1500. 400 might be a little aggressive for most people, and which ones you need kind of depends on whether you're planning on painting and the kind of finish you're looking for. If you want a really nice clean finish, you might want to go with a higher number. It's starting to feel like the only thing I'll be doing on stream tonight is working on these stupid paws. I want Nick to make some outrageous ads for Mecha Warehouse where he does all the karate stuff, like break boards and flip his students around, full on 90s karate movie cheese. I mean, there's video footage of me kicking around Mecha Warehouse boxes, right? So paw stream. Kind of kick someone into a pile of empty boxes. That'd be pretty cool. I kind of want to pile up some of the empty shipping cartons and stuff, the boxes, outside, and then drive through them or something. I think that'd be pretty cool. You did do that Ace Ventura parody, so I think it was in the same video. Set up a camera at the warehouse and then smashed a few boxes. And Cobra Kai when Daniel advertises his card to the ship with the karate commercials. I feel like advertising for martial arts schools is so hard. I've like pretty much like given up on trying to run ads for my karate school because it feels like you either have to advertise the lowest common denominator and like sell generic, like, feel good discipline and confidence and all that stuff, which is true that you're gonna get, and I hate cliche stuff. Or like, I don't know what. Gotta go, put kids to bed. Great stream as always. See you next time. See you later, Bug-Eyed. Do an old school dojo commercial parody for Mecha Warehouse. An interesting thing about how some kids get conceptualized into their parts to achieve the finished results. There is some serious engineering work going into every time they design one of these kits. Think about this. How many times are you ever going to have someone who owns a gunpla shop and a karate dojo and was an engineer or build tanks or whatever? It was rangefinders and some robots and some medical devices here and there, but mostly rangefinders. It is a pretty uncommon combination, though. Does anyone have any recommendations to make wings look more like feathers? That's a good question. If you had to pick one business, focus all of your efforts on, which would it be? I mean, the Mecha Warehouse, like the dojo I run more as a passion project. It doesn't make me any money. I think I made like $50 last year or something when all was said and done. It's definitely not a big money maker for me, and just sucks a lot of my time. And so I've been putting a minimum of effort over there. Most of my effort's on the actual teaching and program management. I don't put any effort into marketing right now for it, which is part of the reason why it's not bigger. But I just don't have the time and energy to do that better. I need a Santana for that business too, in order to do what needs to be done over there to grow it. And I don't have the budget to hire somebody to do media stuff for me all the time. You say rangefinders, I say tanks. I mean, they're basically the same thing. You're taking credit to a tournament, your dojo should be sponsored by Mecha Warehouse. I mean, we were going to tournaments pre-pandemic. We haven't done anything yet with things starting to come back. I know there are some tournaments around. There's one down in Florida in May I was almost tempted to try to go to, but I don't feel like I'm focusing on my training enough to go compete right now. That said, if I were to go back and compete, I'd probably try to bring Santana and would do a vlog of it, even though it has nothing to do with Gunpla. Just because I think it'd be interesting. Go stop at a local Gunpla shop or something, wherever it is that the tournament is, just to make the trip business eligible or something. Okay, 2, 4, 5, 8. Minifigure painters are people who paint things like Warhammer. Some good channels to watch would be Miniacs, Goodmar, Midwinter Minis, and Goober Town Hobbies. I should probably check that stuff out before I try to paint my artifact. Local Gunpla store today. Felt like Jurassic Park. Hi, yes, you're planning to have Gunpla in your store. Gunpla in your Gunpla store. Did they not have any kits or something? Some other kids, but nothing Gundam. It's unfortunate. It's really hard right now for smaller shops to get supply, I think, because you get cut down to a percentage of what you ask for. And so you have to be willing to ask for and be willing to receive and pay for a lot of stuff sometimes in order to get an okay amount of stuff. Because sometimes they're going to give you what you ask for, sometimes they're not. So we're getting more stuff because we're leaning in and ordering a ton of stuff, knowing it might be in stock a little while, but that's where we want to be, is having stuff in stock for months, if not the whole year, rather than just for a few days. What's going on with Gunpla in Japan? What do you mean, Density? No store in Joplin, and their Gunpla selection was in cap of accessory kits. Ouch. The regular stuff's not in stock. The accessory stuff doesn't sell very well. Yeah, short stock and higher demand. Yeah, it's tough times. The local shops sometimes like that too. It's like half comics, half model stuff. And sometimes there's barely any Gundam stuff. I wish there was a Gundam base or Gundam factory here in the US. Gundam base will probably happen. Gundam factory, unlikely. That's a new Gundam Evolution game. Adding Eye Ladies? I don't know what that means. My buddy found a shop that does Gunpla and Magic the Gathering. Great way to tap into two different highly addictive hobbies. Yeah, rope them in on one addiction and then get them addicted to the other one too. Sup, Lord Tiger. Like if you could have a Gundam in front of you as Gundam base, what would you choose? Probably the Wing, one of the Wing Zeros. Just because I feel like that summarizes Gundam for the US market. Gunpla plus Magic the Gathering goes into money for Lord Tiger. If we ever open a storefront so we can meet the Magic the Gathering requirements, we'll probably add it just to sap people of the remainder of their money on each of their orders. Typically drive 3 hours in a few different directions to the Gunpla hobby stores. Bowling Green, Kentucky, St. Louis, Missouri, and Orland Park in Illinois are all great. When I painted minis, a guy I painted within a club would open Magic Gathering packs, pull out the rare, and use it for a paint palette. He was trying to flex or something. Had the Star Blazers kits size compared to Gunpla, the cheap ones. I mean, the boxes for the inexpensive ones are really, really small. Like, you know, a few inches by an inch or two by an inch or something. Or inch, yeah, something like that. A couple of cards like Pokemon cards, that'd be pretty cool. Really hated Magic Gathering, so he did to annoy the Magic the Gathering players. Is soy selection going to improve in the next few months? We received another Raptor variant Friday that will be going up with next week's free stock, and I think we got a bunch of them on pre-order that should be gradually rolling in over the next few months. So yes. All right, let's do our second draw here. Does it even exist in Japan? I don't know. 90s Magic Card Box and buy a small house today. Do you still have your 90s Magic Card Box? Yeah, some tie-in kits with booster packs would be fun too. They'd probably make a killing if they did it. I want to trade my MG Talkies Flugel for Keyblade Dam, Tyakushiki, Kane or Crash, Blue from 2 revised Astronaut P-Bandai version. Okay, so I'm coming up with these questions. I need to put more thought in ahead of time on some of these questions. We were talking about whatchamacallit, Battlelog earlier. So let's answer the question, what's your favorite one of the Battlelog kits, whether you built it or just like the design. So favorite Battlelog kit and a number from 1 to 300. 1 to 300, favorite Battlelog kit. Remember, one number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to U.S. addresses. We'll draw in a minute. How many decals should go in one kit? Number questions aren't good for these questions. But what flavor Pete? Maybe I'll use that one for the next question. Barbatorus is in there. Van Quant. Alright, 2 paws down. Finish the coin, use my sister's artwork as water slide decals. Came out, oh, that's cool. Right now, nice mark. A lot of people seem to like that one. details for the Archangel launch deck right now. Nice. How is the launch deck? Really interested in those. I'm tempted to grab one of the Argamas when they come in. I didn't really watch Seeds, so the Archangel doesn't really call to me, but I've been curious how difficult those are to put together, and you know what the look and feel ends up being like at the end of the day. With the Battle Log series, I want to get them all, but are out of room to display them anywhere. All right, get ready to call time here. Okay, 1 to 300 was the range. Time is called. Let's draw our 3 numbers. First up, 143 for the mass-produced submachine. Number 30 for MSO 13, and number 91 for MSO 16. So 143, 30, 91. You guys want to check if there's any winners, let me know and I will confirm. It's great. The launch gimmick is great. Super easy to put together. The Argama launch deck as well. It's also great. Use it as a shelf for my SD kits on my computer. That's nice. Argama's okay, easy to put together, and a few configurations to choose. My opinion, white base is better. Argama's a bit hollow and see-through, and the catapult is too small for the feet for most of the MS. Oh, interesting. The whole wall mount option for the Argama has me interested. I could totally see putting like a Zeta on the catapult, like ready to go or something. Looks like no winners this time. We'll draw again in a little bit. Star tapestry behind. Oh, great. White base. One could be hung up as well. Cool. white base and a container from Double O as well to complete the collection. Cool. I wonder if they'll do reprints on any of those other ones. I don't think Mecha House reprints very frequently. Both have water slide sheets included if you're into that. They're pre-painted and shaded. Interesting. They look to be like more of like almost like a play set than a kit. So the pre-painted thing makes a lot of sense. Interesting, you gotta do the decals yourself. My side must get to checking out. It comes with its own action base. Thought that was cool. I didn't know that. That's cool. It's cool when kits come with an action base, especially if they need one. Like some kits don't need one to stand up, and so it's kind of optional. But when a kit is like really back heavy and will stand up on its own, it's a really nice touch. Get a second Archangel deck and 3-print the rest of the ship to scale and have a huge ship. That'd be really cool. At one point I wanted to like scratch build my own like mobile suit hangar deck or some sort of like mobile suit carrier or something. And then I realized how big it'd have to be and how much effort would go into that. And so I've decided to scrap the idea for the time being. Huge ship that acts as a coffee table. Snap the neck peg on my Origins gun tank. That's a huge bummer. How did you do it? I got one of those in my backlog, so I want to know how not to snap the neck peg. Head off. Too much giggity. It's like kind of more like a chandelier with LED lights in the bottom. That'd be pretty cool. How big is your backlog currently? I don't have a number, but it's a lot. It's like two black plastic shelving units full. I think I got pictures of that somewhere on my personal Instagram page as well, although it's a little bit out of date. I really meant to do that, I guess. Probably not. Who's been watching Moon Knight, by the way? I think this is the first one of the Marvel series I've been actually watching and keeping up with on time, just because I didn't have like a backlog of other shows I was working through when they started releasing episodes. Is very good. I agree. I've been enjoying it so far. I didn't read the comics or anything, so I don't know much about the backstory or anything outside of watching the show so far, but it seems to be very interesting, like the premise. Any more episodes to come out so I can binge it with my woman. Cool. That's how I did a lot of the other series, is basically binging them because I just didn't have, like, at the time, we were not caught up in everything else we were watching. I don't know about you guys, I feel like if I've got too many series I'm trying to keep up with, I struggle. Trying to figure out which one to watch when. I'm enjoying Moon Knight, Nice 6. Didn't even know it was out as a series. Is it on Disney Plus? It is, Nate. It's pretty good so far. Pretty decent so far. Just curious to see which direction it will go. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's in store. You don't watch it, didn't watch any after Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. It seems to be, at least so far, pretty much all standalone. There's no real tie-ins to anything else yet. Curious if and when they'll tie it in. Oscar Isaac is great. Yeah, this must be a really interesting part to play. Go to school didn't give me that much time. I hear you, man. I do not miss the days of being in school. Comics that bounce from him and actually have the powers from gods and just being crazy. So that they have a lot they can potentially work with within what they did in the comic books. So interesting to see what they do with it. Thanks for the sub, Remigio. Loki was the best series so far, mainly because it was so unorthodox and unique. That was an interesting one too. I didn't get much more like depth into some of these stories as a series rather than a movie. Seems to be really hard, even with a long Marvel movie of like 2.5 hours, to get enough in there. free Conchu. Like that's a hashtag bumper sticker. If they made the movies into shows, would only just now be getting to the first Avengers movie. Probably because they'd be longer each one, but that's I think certain ones make more sense as a show, certain ones make more sense as a some as a series, some as a movie. For Skill Builder Challenge, what are your criteria as a judge? I just overall like quality, I guess. There's nothing super formal. The idea is more just to encourage people to try something new. So there's not like a scoring based on different factors. Seeing someone go more out of their comfort zone, do more interesting stuff. Maybe some originality or trying something new or challenging might be worth more than playing it safe and executing better. But for the most part, it kind of just is free form. And each judge will probably judge it a little bit differently. It's gonna be more or less like how we did the previous ones, where it was open to a public vote. But it's basically going to be like, which ones do you like the best? And keep in mind that it's a skill builder contest, so I'm trying to take that into account. The pacing would have been really bad. Certain ones make a lot of sense as a show. Certain ones make a lot of sense as movies, though, right? Certain, like, they're like brief events where everything takes place in a very short period of time, and so the high pace, like one thing to the next, makes a ton of sense. And then there's other ones that, you know, perhaps are longer build-ups that make more sense as a show. The Avengers movies were put together on small budgets and just churning them out to get that first Avenger movie. The prizes for the challenge, I forgot to check. There will be. I'll decide what the prizes are closer to the submission deadline. I don't want the prize to be the main motivating factor. I want people doing it to try to improve, and we'll decide based on how many entries we get. Well, that reminds me, I think I need to update I put the form up, but I think I need to add a beginner or experienced category selector. Going off the rest of this challenge, I hope everyone's ready for it. You know, new comp coming up. We've got one on the Discord, skill builder challenge. Basically having people build bases. Maybe Hulk could have gotten more time to shine if he'd had show starting off. Maybe. I mean, probably would have done better too if the movie that's technically MCU wasn't, you know, if the rights are still owned like within the same organization. Is it too late to enter? No, Nate. If you're on the Discord, go right for it. There's a channel for it. Check out the rules there and jump in. The submission deadline's like, I don't know, 6 weeks away or something. All right. So let's put up our Taco Bell call. Want to know if you're okay. No Taco Bell today. Sunday's my usual Taco Bell day these days. And I don't think Taco Bell's open on Easter. Been wanting to get in the Discord, but never received an invite. If you made a purchase here, Be Dragon, send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com. We'll get you the invite. Whole right situation was rough. So let's do our next draw. So we're going to do a number between 1 and 120. 1 to 120. And answer the question, what's your favorite color peep? Favorite color peep, 1 to 120. One number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. And we'll draw in a moment. The topic slightly. What did everyone think of Bruce Banner as Ryan Reynolds' father in the Atom Project? I haven't seen that movie yet. Peeps are gross. Yeah, I don't really eat peeps. My wife apparently likes stale peeps or something like that. She'd like slit the plastic when she got peeps for Easter and let them like dry out or something. It's kind of weird. Although now that I say that, I kind of hope she's not listening. Whatever, I still love her, even if she eats stale peeps. You're trying to do peep wars in the microwave. People love stale peeps. I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it either. I tend to be a fan primarily of chocolate candy. She's always listening. That's mostly true. It's really unnerving when you like walk into the living room and she's sitting there on her phone watching a YouTube video of you. Like, most of you will probably never know the joy/pain of being, you know, in public on YouTube and stuff like that, and having someone you know watching it, and even worse, watching them watch you in film form. Reese's eggs are best. Reese's eggs are pretty good. I just really like the Nestle Crunch eggs. Are definitely a top favorite of mine. Actually, that should be the next question. Is just favorite Easter candy next time. Enjoyed the movie. It did make me laugh. Ryan Reynolds still got to be his goofy self. Chocolate. Did you say chocolate? Chocolate. Yes, chocolate. Anything chocolate is good. If the Easter Bunny can hear me, I want a chocolate bunny for Easter. Twix eggs are pretty fire too. I don't know if I've had Twix eggs. That sounds pretty awesome though. It's the most cringe I've ever felt beside my crush finding out I like them. Easter Bunny doesn't hide chocolate eggs. I don't know if I believe you, Aspen. Hey, what are the giveaways today? We got 3 left. Mass-produced submachine version, the 30-minute missions kit, an MSO 13 and MSO 16 splash giveaway packs as well. Oh, it's a poop joke. That's funny. Hamlet, what? Anyone out there dying eggs for Easter? Not here. Oh, that would be kind of fun. Haven't done that stuff in a long, long time. Our Easter activity today was my son begrudgingly cleaning up most of the house and putting all his toys away. So that way the Easter Bunny didn't have an excuse not to come. And my wife working on Mecha Warehouse stuff with our next order form, crunching numbers for that, and me painting the kids. So no super fancy Easter activities here. That was the quietest sneeze. The mute button is super handy because your ears would all be ringing had I sneezed into that mic. Excited to come and fall with my last semester. I'm set to graduate December, then got to take my V10E for my license. Nice. Thank you. Airbrushed with the MSO paints. I have one, but I haven't used it yet. I haven't. I don't paint with lacquers as of yet because I don't want to spray lacquers in the house with kids in the house and stuff. Just makes me a little bit nervous. If I had a more professional air booth setup or whatever, I'd do it for sure though. No one has tried them, but the Peeps Buddies are berry flavored, are pretty damn good. Interesting. I don't think I have. Same issue with me. I don't want to run the MSO paint through my Awada. Plus, I don't have a good setup for ventilation yet. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Is having the safe place to do it. It's supposed to be really good paints, though. All right, I'm gonna call time. Let's draw some numbers. All right. First number, where you can see it. First number 34 for the mass-produced submachine. Number 100 even for the MSO 13. And number 49 for the MSO 16. So 34, 100, 49. You guys want to double check and let me know if we have any winners, and I'll confirm. Crap, one off, 33. Bummer. So close, yet so far. Who's going 100? I got 49. Okay, cool. Alright, Dark Rasengan Dude. 100. Looks like Artie with number 49. So congratulations, Artie and Dark Rasengan. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your shipping info. And we'll send those prizes out. Artie asks what he won. Artie, you won one of the splash sets, episode 16. So it's a splash paint and a Haro Control Blue. Each celebration of Minecraft, we picked flowers and bred as many baby animals as we could. It was extremely wholesome. One of my friends had never played and was shook by the babies. Nick, I'm out of here. I have to get stuff ready for tomorrow. Have a great night and rest of the weekend. Thanks. Same to you, Mark D. Have a good evening and a good rest of your weekend. One more claw. Almost done with the claws. Jeez, there's like two more 4-part or repeat 4x steps to add more stuff to these paws, I guess. So, random question for those of you who do paint and airbrush out there. I'm kind of curious what other people do. Typically, I've only top coated after reassembly, or at least partial reassembly. So like I'd assemble an arm and top coat an arm and things like that. This most recent build, I'm trying something new and doing at least my first gloss coat prior to reassembly. Hoping it gives me a little bit better coverage and gets them stuck together a little better. And protecting things inside the joints better from things rubbing off and stuff like that. But I'm curious what other people do in terms of top coats and stuff. Michael Leonard high neck. Oh, any idea when the full mechanics Kembu is in the pipeline? I know they're on order. I think one of the full mechanics might have like jumped into the queue recently to get shipped, but I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. I'd have to dig through some emails since I don't think it's officially shipped yet. Dual fan portal box works pretty well. I've got a box too that will, you know, it helps, but I still doesn't make me feel comfortable enough with kids in the house. Top coat done. Top coat no peaches after paint. I'm going to overplay it the lot after I'm done with it. That's kind of what I've taken for the approach previously, but I feel like there's been a few times I've scratched paint by mistake during reassembly and stuff, and so I'm figuring that trying to top coat individual pieces might help avoid some of that. Paint sub assemblies loosely attached. I don't know, assemble entirely until the top coat is done. Pieces individually gives far better coverage. You can do different types of top coats for different depths. That's definitely true. I'm going to end up doing the same coating and everything, but I'm going to do the gloss, I think, in individual pieces, and then do the matte in sub-assemblies. So I think this Dom R35 is going to be one of my next IPMS builds to tote around to some of these contests. So sand type pieces before painting, so all pieces go back together without scratching, and I mask pegs so they don't get thicker. I also got to figure out how to mask spikes, because I have spikes I want to be a different color than the surrounding armor. I want to pick up some of the Tamiya masking tape for curves this week and try that. There's some kind of liquid masker. There is a liquid mask out there. Mr. Hobby, I know, makes one. I tried it on some SDs I was working on. Unfortunately, it strips the acrylic underneath, especially if you put it on and leave it on too long. So I won't be using that for this build, even though that would be an ideal solution. think if I was painting with lacquers or something, I'd probably try it again. Use it flat for heavily armored parts to give the effect of high density materials. Guys, let me know the finish. Like everything else. Yeah, I usually ultimately do matte. I'll do a gloss coat, then decals or weathering, any of that stuff, and then I'll finish with a matte because I just like the matte look. But I'm going to gloss coat individual pieces this time around, and then matte coat as sub-assemblies, I think. Multi-liquid mask pen and other brush types. Does anyone know of a liquid mask that works with acrylics? Does anyone have any luck with the Mecha color from Vallejo with some sort of liquid mask? Because I'd love to be able to use a liquid mask, but the one I tried so far was definitely a problem. Very disappointing problem. Basically strip that SD, and I spent so much time masking on it, but I gotta strip most of it and redo it, I think, so went to my pile for a rainy day. Elmer's glue works as liquid mask. Interesting, that's a good idea. The whole, like, I'm gonna pour Elmer's glue in my hand and peel it off thing that almost every kid's done as a younger kid. Does the Elmer's glue come off of the acrylic okay without stripping it? This will be a gloss coat, then panel liner, and decals, then flat. Looks like he'll use a typical hobby liquid mask from the hobby shops on acrylics. I never had an issue yet. Do you know what brand? Because whatever the Mr. Color, Mr. Hobby one was that I used definitely stripped it. I suspect some kind of putty could work, maybe. I will not put on acrylic. Almost glue should go strip anything, can pull paint, but can work, just sketchy. How many in progress painting projects do you have going? Technically only one, because I've shelved that one I scrapped for now. But if you count that one and the other painting project from years ago that are on the shelf waiting to get stripped and redone, then I got like 3. Or I guess you could say 4 if you count the artifact that I primed for the stream after this. What's up, Nike? You can see the mask I use is blue. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I think I need to like take some spoons or something and try out some of these different masks, liquid masks on them as a test to see if there's any issues. Maybe wash it off instead of peel it. Maybe. What do you let the acrylic paint cure for? I'm pretty sure that acrylic cured for at least a week before I tried putting the mask on top of it. But the mask also probably sat for like a week before I painted, just because I typically only get to paint about once a week. Elmer's works really well on unpainted clear parts. Clear parts I could see any of these things working pretty well because they don't have paint to strip. It was the stripping the paint underneath that was the problem. Probably test with different types of like surface prep before the primer too to see if that makes a difference on how easy it is to strip. Maybe if I sand with a rougher grit prior to priming, it will hold better. Vallejo makes liquid masks 75 to 3. Ooh. I'll have to look into that. That's Vallejo's probably works well with Vallejo, I would assume. Maybe top coat and try to use liquid mask. That might work too. All right, let's do our final draw for the night. We've got one prize left. That 30-minute missions mass-produced submachine. Liquid mask I use as Bob Dively model aircraft type. Interesting. I'll look at that one too. The Vallejo seems promising. Vallejo makes one. I assume that it's designed to work with their own paints. What do you think of the new waterfall paint booths? I think they're pretty cool. I haven't used one yet, so I don't know if they're better or not, but I imagine it's probably cleaner filter-wise. I feel like my filter just gets sprayed on, essentially, because the angle I have to spray at into my booth. Okay, so let's do a number between 1 and 50. 1 and 50. And answer the question, what's your favorite Easter candy? 1 to 50, favorite Easter candy. 1 number per person. Do not delete or change your number. We only ship to US addresses. And we will draw winners in a few minutes. Usually the discussion I've been working away with kids. It's nice to hear Gunpla talk about it build. Nice. Lots of Reese's eggs. Cadbury mini eggs. Should just buy stock in Reese's. I guess that's owned by Hershey, right? You're at Deli's, buddy, so this must be fancy. Whiskey. Next giveaway is just Reese's candy. I wonder what shipping candy is like, especially once we hit the summer. It's probably a problem. Probably end up with a bunch of melted chocolate and peanut butter. Spray liquid mask too, but it takes a large needle in practice. That must be interesting. All right, so I got four paws here, and that's literally, that's what I built today. Next time we add some pieces around that, and then hopefully start on some of the actual legs. Gunpla mold with chocolate. California equals nightmare. I mean, in the summer it get really hot in those trucks up here in New Hampshire, so I imagine any of those places like in the south or southwest must get nasty for shipping any sort of food stuff. All right, I'm gonna call time. Let's draw this winner. We got one prize, right? One prize left. Can't see. Did I change? Okay, I guess I have to do this again. 1 to 50. And draw. Gummies could melt together and become a mega gummy. Get the coin ready. As he says, regularly throw in a candy or two. All right, number 49. Looks like 49 is a non-winner. So I will draw again, number 28. It's like Aspen Bithia. So congratulations, Aspen. You can send an email to support@mechawarehouse.com with your shipping info, and we'll get that sent out this week. And with all that said, it is now 10:30, so about that time. I need to get to some sleep because I'm sure the kids are going to want to get up early to go hunt for eggs and all that good stuff in the morning. So thank you all for watching. Really appreciate you spending the time and watching me just build these boring feet over here. But hope you had an enjoyable time. Like I said, probably at the beginning of the stream, that live 10 code is active for a little while longer. So if you're looking to pick something up at mechawarehouse.com, take advantage. And otherwise, plan on seeing you all next week, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, where we'll be hopefully getting the legs at least started beyond the pause here. Happy Easter. Have an excellent week.